Our buddy rolls in a couple of minutes ago and says, guys, can you swap out my brake fluid for me? Because I was trying to do it by myself and it was kind of a pain in the butt. My wife didn't want to help me out. We understand that, you know.
Yeah.
And you guys know how it is if you've ever done this, if you've ever flushed it out. You know, you get one guy running around doing the work and the other guy's in the cab, you know, pump, hold. Are you holding? Are you pumping? Next thing you know, you guys are getting angry with each other and it's a bad scene. Wouldn't it be easier if you could do it by yourself?
And you still have no brakes. That's the problem.
Right. That's the bad problem.
The only way you can do this by yourself is with Motive Products Power Brake Bleeder. Now, it's something that I've actually fell in love with. I've used it on my race car before, and it makes life a whole lot easier, and you don't have to rely on anybody else. So what you really do is take off your master cylinder cap like this, and you find the appropriate adapter. They've got them for all different applications. All you do is you screw it on like that. Make sure you've got a good tight seal. Then you're going to pressurize the system. Basically, you're going to pump in brake fluid into a new brake fluid and pump out the old. So you fill the container up with 2 quarts of new brake fluid, the one that's appropriate for your vehicle. And you got a little gauge here on the front, and you're going to pressurize the system. You want to go about 10 to 15 pounds of pressure is typical for basic street cars. Now, you don't want to go over 20 though, because if you go too high, you could actually damage your braking system. So you'll get this pumped up. Keep going a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll get you right there to about 15.
And then you'll lock the handle down, and you've got your system pressurized now with new brake fluid.
There you go. Now, you want to start at the caliper furthest away. So we'll go to the back of the truck and do the rear passenger side caliper first.
I'll go hit that right now.
All right, you go take care of that.
So the whole idea back here is you're going to go to your caliper, find the bleeder, and you are going to crack it open, and you'll allow the old stuff to come out, and the new stuff will literally pump in. You simply close the bleeder, and you are done, and you move on to the next one.
Very cool. We go to the other rear tire. Like we said, we stay the farthest away, then the passenger side front, driver's side front, and it's pretty much all done as far as the bleeding goes.
Yeah, now once you're done with this whole thing, what you want to do is depressurize the system. It's really easy to do. All you do is simply unscrew the cap and let it drain back through into the tank. If you don't, you're gonna have a little bit of an issue when you go to pop this off the master cylinder and get a little messy. So it'll save the paint, and it'll save you a little bit of a mess. Now I gotta tell you something, there's not many things that I can honestly say that I've used in real world applications, which has kind of saved my butt, you know what I mean? I used this thing on my race car before. We were in a situation where, I won't say who, but someone mixed .3 with .4 brake fluid. One was synthetic and one wasn't. Let's say 2 parachutes came in handy at 195 miles an hour because I had no brakes.
I knew the story was coming. You know, I saw this.
So I decided that, you know what, I didn't want anyone touching my car, and I was able to bleed the brakes and do it right by myself. All I did was pump in some brand new .4 into the brake system, and I have had the best pedal I've ever had. So I swear by this thing now.
You know, one of the things I love most about the Motive Power Bleeder is the fact that it takes a 2-man job and makes it to where you can do it all by yourself. Because I'll be quite honest with you, and no offense, but sometimes it's just easier to do the stuff by yourself.
I couldn't agree more.